Hello everybody, it's Mike. Welcome back to the train room for What's on the Wall, or I should say Shelves on the Wall, number 3. So we will start out actually at the top of my workstation here, where I have a MTH Premier Proto 2 BNSF ES44. Then we have a Kline K4 with TMCC and cruise. You've seen this one in a video. Has the white and gold decoration on the tender. Then this is a fresh out of the box Florida East Coast GP9. I cannot wait to run this. I have 13 rapid discharge Florida East Coast hoppers that are really hard to find to run behind this in cab 660. I just got this from Ready to Run Trains. You know, as everyone knows, MTH has been doing a lot of just custom runs for shops that order stuff. So I found these finally. And there's actually a picture, several pictures, if you Google Florida East Coast GP9, of these locomotives with the rapid discharge hoppers, the prototypical ones. So this is one of my favorite sets, and I'm excited now that I have everything for it, and I'll be running it soon. Then we have a Q2 turbine, or not turbine, but just Pennsylvania steamer. This is an MTH Premier Proto 2. Then we have a third rail Pacific. Definitely one of my most detailed locomotives that I have. This is a more recent third rail with the Vanderbilt style tender. And I will get a video made on that sometime here soon. Then we have an Atlas with the Union Pacific paint scheme with Missouri Pacific lettering, which I love. That one has cruise and TMCC. Then we have a MTH Premier Proto 3 Missouri Pacific Heritage SD70 Ace. We have Dealer Appreciation MTH Premier Proto 2 Kansas City Southern F units, and I have the 2B units somewhere. Then we have the Army Sharks from Lionel. That's one of the B's. Then we have the A, the other B, and the A. And they just sort of got all over the place on the color schemes on these. You know, if you see the door is a little bit different color, and then so are the back pieces. And depending on the lighting, you know, sometimes different, like this A unit tends to look a little bit different than that one color-wise and that one color-wise. What Lionel did do a good job on, though, is the veranda turbines. You know, it's all colors all match. So that's a Legacy veranda turbine. And I have a MTH Premier 1943 caboose behind it. Then this is an MTH Premier Proto 3 Southern Pacific Lines daylight color scheme GS4, I believe. GS4 or GS6, I can't remember. Probably says it right on the cab. GS4, it looks like. All right. Then we have Black Widow paint scheme MTH Premier Proto 2 F3s. One of my favorite sets, because this Chicago Northwestern Hudson came with 4 passenger cars that are with figures. MTH made an early version. It was just Proto 1, and the passenger cars, the diaphragms are just rubber. There's no detail on them, and there's no figures. Then we have a U50C Chicago and Northwestern. Then and that's an MTH Premier Proto 2. Then we have MTH Premier Proto 3 SD70 Ace, the Katy paint scheme, so MKT, with Lionel switcher in the yellow and green paint scheme, MKT. That's the Atlas caboose. I also have the Lionel with the camera, and I think that's still boxed up somewhere. Then we have MTH Proto 3 Hiawatha Hudson. This was one of my first MTH Premier sets, right behind the B&O 440. This came with 4 cars as well. Has been one of my longtime favorite locomotives, since it was like one of the first ones I got, I don't know, back in 2017, 2018 when I first started in O. Then we have Milwaukee Road F units, you know, the orange and maroon paint scheme. Really like these. These are Proto 3s. Good detail. One thing different on the Milwaukee Road is the little cab detail on the roof there, versus, say, these or the Kansas City Southerns, all being same Premier but slightly different. Then this turbine is a beast. This is a propane turbine, MTH Premier Proto 2, and it came with the chrome tank behind it, and I found the yellow one recently. That one's pretty hard to find, pretty costly. I've only seen it for sale a couple times, but I managed to find it, and I'm so excited about that second propane tank behind there. Then we have a SD70 Ace MTH Premier Proto 3 1943, Spirit of the Union Pacific. Then we have an early Lionel Legacy DD38 or 40, whatever they label it. MTH labels it one way. Lionel labels it another, but they look very similar. Basic concept behind that locomotive was 2 diesel engines and onto one frame, like GP35 powertrain or something. So it's a huge locomotive. Then we have a MTH Premier GP9 Rock Island Proto 2, MTH Premier BL2 Rock Island Proto 3s, so cab number 425 and 426. I love those guys. Then I owe you a visit to the case, because we did what's on top of the case, but we haven't reviewed what's inside. So there's a Vision Line Santa Fe 210-10-2 3001, then a -8 Santa Fe MTH Premier Proto 2. Then this is a Baltimore and Ohio EM1. On one of my really early videos on my channel, you can see it running. It's like cab 7609, I think. Then another one of the Lionel Legacy Hudsons. This is 5413, which came with the long tender with the blowdown effect, like the water scoop effect to it. Then MTH Premier Northern cab 2921, and then that's like an E5 box cab Pennsylvania. Then down here we have Lionel Lines blue Commodore Vanderbilt from like the 90s, made in the USA. It's actually a repainted silver one. That's how Lionel did it. It's one of 250, and they had so many of the silver ones that they repainted the silver ones that had the original like little pin connector, early TMCC. This actually has the infrared. So they added infrared to it. They repainted silver ones in red and blue. And then some of them are weathered, but the red and blue are only 250 made. Then they made like a dark gray one with, you know, silver piping, and they made the weathered colored one. So there's like 5 of these, and I had all 5 at one point, but started selling them off, and I still have the red one and the blue one. This is a Lionel Vision Line Cab 6013 Niagara steam engine. Then this is a whole bunch of little, this is what I like about N-Scale. I have 2 big boys, a GS, a T1, M1, Northern, several diesels, all in the same little case. And then there's 3985 Challenger. All these locomotives have DCC and sound. I love the HO scale and N scale with DCC and sound. Then up here, we have the MT5. So that's a Southern Pacific, and I was happy to find that in third rail in O gauge. Then another 838 Cato Northern with DCC and sound. Then we have a very cool, pretty hard to find. When someone says rare, I mean this is rare, and I just watched this locomotive sell for, like, with fees, $1,500 on an auction. This is the George Washington Lionel with Legacy and TMCC C&O George Washington. Detail is just off the charts. It runs good. It's not, you know, not quite at the Legacy caliber, but still a great looking locomotive. And that is a tour of that wall and those cases. And right now I'm going through some more of my 21-inch Kline cars. I've got all kinds. I think these are all Southern Pacific, and like some of my Santa Fe 21 inches. Yeah. So yeah, high level 21-inch cars. So doing some reorg and just playing with some trains. And then got to go to Christie's fitness show today. She's doing women's bikini contest, so that's going to be fun. But then tonight, it'll be back to some trains. So, and we'll talk about this guy. Well, hope everyone has a great day and is enjoying some trains or doing something they enjoy in life to fuel the soul. And talk to you next time.